Agile is a big chunk of PMP exam. So, what to study for your Agile PMP? Now, that's a question that most of the students ask me on daily purposes. Like, what to study for Agile? I would suggest there are few things that you need to master. You need to study Agile guide. But in this video, I'm gonna share a complete words, questions that you need to answer to yourself. If you can answer them yourself, then you are good to go for Agile. First of all, what are the four values of Agile? Many people suggest that you don't need to remember them. I disagree. Values are some of the things that are fundamental to Agile, so you must know four values of Agile by heart. Whereas the principle of Agile, not so much. Understanding the values can give you an add on that you can understand the principles also. But knowing the principles in and out is very important. Then comes few topics that you need to master for the Agile. What is Scrum? What is sprint? What is the duration of sprint? What is product backlog? How product backlog is formed? How product backlog is prioritized? What is user stories? How do you write user stories? What is 3C of user story? What is invest acronym? How do you prioritize user story, high value, high risk? How do you prioritize product backlog? What is sprint planning meeting? How do you make sprint backlog? How do you basically make velocity, story points, affinity estimations, Fibonacci series, wideband Delphi, these things. Daily Scrum, what is daily Scrum? What are the three questions of daily Scrum? What is task board? What is Kanban board? What is the difference between these two? What is a work in progress limit in Kanban board? What is lead time? What is cycle time? What happens in sprint review? How does product backlog get groomed? What happened to those user stories that are not completed or that are not accepted during sprint review? What happens in sprint retrospective? What are the five stages of sprint retrospective? Set the stage, all those things, gather data, generate insight, decide what to do, and close the retrospective. And a basic of XP. What is XP? Pair programming. What is continuous integration? What is refactoring? What is acceptance test driven development? What's the difference between crystal clear and the other crystal method? Feature driven development. What is feature driven development? What is value stream mapping? What is lean? What are the principles of lean? What are the principles of scrums? Then what is value stream mapping, and how does basically one make a value stream map? And how what are the value added, non value added tasks? Then you need to answer number of team members in Agile. What does self organizing mean? Very important. Role of product owner, scrum master, development team, and product backlog, sprint backlog, product increment. And I think that's it. And how do you move from agile environment into predictive environment? How do you move from predictive to agile environment? And you have the complete, I would say, chemistry of agile. If you can answer all those questions that I just asked, you are good to go for agile. And that's it. There is nothing more in agile. Don't think too much about agile. You see, when we think too much, when we consider too much, what happened this, if what if this happened, what if that happened? So as a result we go to continuous analysis, which lead to paralysis. Highly not recommended that thing. Start understanding agile, master the journey of scrum, XP, what for values and the things I have just said, and your agile is covered. Predictive, I hope your is already covered. Use a good simulator. If you can get 70, 75% above, give the exam and clear PMP exam. When you clear PMP exam, don't forget to celebrate. You earned it.